Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game Day Picks. I'm Tony T from Tony'sPicks.com. I'm with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to run live free picks for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. We want you guys to be alive with us. So you get the best numbers here with the picks delivered here by experts here on our show. Before we get underway, just a couple things. Let you know about our promo code. You can save 20% off all premium pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and then get signed up. Also, I'd love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments below. And as well as our podcast, every pick and podcast form over at Tony's Picks. Our podcast available on all major platforms. Just search Tony's Picks. Remember to visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to some of our long-term passes. You see many of our cappers in action today. Here for a Tuesday, you'll find our Best Bets tab here. Each capper can release one best bet per sport per day. Many of them are up there. You see Mindy with 3 across the board. I got one up there. With our GM as well. Brandon's got a couple. We've got Paul Legaretto's here with a couple. The morning steam team as well. Of course, our pick ticker. You can purchase picks a la carte from our pick ticker as well. All right, let's get this one underway. Join us on the show today will be Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get underway here with the Game Day Picks. Let's go ahead and welcome in Mindy. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com, where she's doing great work up there. See her top of the leaderboards. I'll bring her in right now. Oop, went too far. I'll bring her in right now. Mindy, what's happening?
Not too much. Ready to redeem myself today after that loss yesterday on your show. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there we go. It went backwards on us. But anyway, we'll time to redeem. Those things happen. We'll bounce it back today. Fox 1 has this one between St. John's and LIU, with St. John's here laying 32, total 143.5.
Yeah, so you have LIU here. They're 0-2 on the road here so far this season. St. John's, on the other hand, 2-3 at home against the spread. So you have this St. John's team that has, Joel Soriano, who shoots 60% from the field, their big center. He's leading the way with his crazy rebounding numbers, averaging 12 rebounds a game, and his double-doubles, averaging 15 points here a game as well. And then you have Long Island, kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum here. They have Rod Strickland as their new coach, but, because of that new hire, they had players going to the transfer portal. He's kind of been looking for talent, and they're also finished or predicted to finish, 8th out of 9 teams here in their conference. Also lost their top scorer so far to a knee injury. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the leader in this one. The side's, a bit high. I think St. John's probably going to go ahead and get this one covered, but prefer the under here a little bit. Under's 4-0 in LIU's last 5 overall, 3-0-1, versus a team with a winning record to the under. And then, St. John's, they're kind of maybe more of an over team. But if I just take a look at, where they've been thus far, with the total set at 152 here this season, they are 3-0-1 to the under in those games. And then also with that 152 number, LIU is also then 2-0 to the under. LIU has a pretty poor offense, 358th in the nation. Also not so good of a defense here, 303rd in the nation, while St. John's, they rank top 50 here in both in offensive and defensive land. So I like this total here to go under the 152.5.
All right, Mindy says go under here with LIU and St. John's. It's been brutal here for this LIU team. 48 they scored on the road at Utah. They scored 58 here on the road at Marquette. The total's at 153.5. Neither of those games went over. As a matter of fact, Marquette game missing by just the hook there. So you're going to need, again, it's going to be tough here for LIU even to break 50 in this game. And of course, is how much will St. John's score is really what the big question mark is.
Yeah, I mean, I have this one coming out right at about 143. St. John's hasn't really scored over 80 points in their last 4. The last game being versus Niagara, and Niagara ranks 278th in defense. So it wasn't like they were able to put up more than 80 versus a team with a pretty subpar total. So again, that's kind of why I lean here to the under in this one, Tony.
All right, Mindy here on LIU St. John's under a total of 53.5. This one will start here at 6:30 Eastern Time on Fox 1. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpix.com for today's action. Of course, doing great work here in the NHL. Also showing profit overall, 421 units of profit here the past 7 days. Showing great work here in college football over the past 7 days as well, 750 units of profit. So tonight we've got 3 from the NBA, NHL as well. Lots of college good matchups tonight from college basketball.
Right.
As we got the true home courts in action here. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Well, I have a 5-pack here in college basketball tonight. That includes my best bet out there. So you can also pick up, those a la carte, as Tony had mentioned. We'll be having a 3-pack in the NHL. As you know, I've been firing all cylinders there on the NHL. I mean, if you had purchased a year-long package in the NHL, you would by now definitely be up. You would have doubled your money there on that one. And then also have 2 plays in the NBA tonight. So have one best bet out of that. But yeah, I mean, I've been doing pretty well in all sports. So it's definitely a good time to think about one of those week-long passages or a season-long package there for the remaining hockey season. So yeah, you can definitely go ahead and get something that's longer term so you get the bigger bang for your buck. And then make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. So yeah, I like to play a lot of volume and been hitting some of those pretty big days, like the 14s and 7s and stuff like that. So planning on having another big day here tonight, Tony.
That's right, guys. Good morning with Mindy over at Tony's Picks. We'll flash the numbers up for you as well, since she's been doing great work here in NHL. 2,161 units of profit last 3 days. That's all. Doing great work here over the past 7 days, as well as in college football. So a good time to get on board with Mindy. Best bets on the board right now from college basketball, from the NHL, as well as the NBA. And of course, as mentioned, Mindy was mentioning up that 5-pack right now, up there right now from college basketball right there on the board. Of course, you may consider the longer term passes. Mindy has quite a few up there to choose from here. The monthly pass is also a good value right there. Get all of Mindy's premium plays here for the month. Include all of her NBA. Looks like England just got on the board here, 1-0 on Wales. Get all of her plays here. NBA, NHL, college basketball, NFL, of course, college football. We've got the big games coming up here Friday and Saturday that will get you into this bowl coverage here with that 1 month all sports pass. Of course, you could use that promo code, which will save you some money here, Tony T at checkout, and that will save you a 20% off your purchase. That takes $66 off that 1 month all sports pass. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click in the all cappers tab and get signed up. And when you click that link, you'll land right here on Mindy's page. This is her profile page. Here's where you'll see her great records up there. We have a lot of data up there for you to check out about Mindy's performance. And of course, then you'll find her picks, her 1 day passes that are in orange, which are profit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. And then the packages, the longer term passes in yellow, are not profit guaranteed because they're already sold at a major discount, as you can see there. So get on board there with Mindy. She does have seasonal sports in play, or the one we mentioned, the 1 month pass is a good value right now, as we're going to wrap up the new year with Mindy and make some money. And of course, we get into all those college football. Also starts the bowl coverage with that 1 month all sports pass. So, okay, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy for more picks there from you. And of course, that morning steam show with you and Ramon.
Yeah, so up, about 400 units in college basketball. So go ahead and feel confident with getting one of those packages. And it sounds like we just missed Ramon's goal call again. 0 for 2 this week here on our pick show here, Tony. But yeah, you can
0 for 3. They just got another one.
Oh no!
0 for 3 now.
Not too long. Well, maybe we got a little bit more time. Maybe Ramon can get that one in. But yeah, we've been having such a great time on the morning steam, where we did get a goal call here the last couple days. Not anything yet this morning, so maybe here in a couple seconds. But yeah, make sure you check us out every Saturday through Thursday, 8 a.m. Central, where we go over all of the plays for the day in NBA and NHL. And then we also do some selections from college basketball, college football, and of course the whole slate of NFL when that arrives. So yeah, we always go ahead and put out the morning steam where we have all of the changes in the numbers over the past couple hours from when those lines pretty much open for the night or for the morning. And so yeah, you can definitely see where you're at and where you need to be to do your due diligence to make sure you get the best lines when you make your plays here for the day. And then also make sure you go ahead and check me out at the Twitter account, which is Tony's Picks Mindy. I have another free college basketball play over there, so you can check that out as well. And then you can also get the morning steam on podcast form, which we've kind of gone over here before. If you can't, we definitely listen. So hope everyone has a good day, and thanks again for joining us on the morning steam, where we've had tons of new folks here in the chat room this week. So looking forward to more. Make sure you see that. Check it out.
That's right. On the podcast, check out the morning steam. And this is the lunch hour for many people on your commuting on your way home. You can listen to the full morning steam show on our podcast, available on all major platforms. Just search Tony's Picks in your favorite platform and find the morning steam and listen the entire show on your way home from work. Or we love our truckers out there if you guys are driving around as well. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you here on the show. Keep up with our great work, and we'll talk with you again here tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. See you then.
You got it. Mindy Hahn here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here, Game Day Picks, Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. You get the best numbers with these picks here from our show. Let's continue on here. England up 2-0. They put two quick ones here on Wales. Can't get the USA game. Stream overload. Just stream overload here. So not able to catch this game right now. But anyway, watching the Wales England game, but they're giving updates on that one anyway. So let's go ahead and bring in Ramon. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. So we're ready to roll here with Ramon. Ramon, what's happening?
Well, I'll update you, Tony. I mean, you got to feel pretty comfortable if you're an American and the game's been totally played on their end, and they've been in complete control. One goal could change things, that's no doubt, but the U.S. has been dominant, really, in this performance so far. And
what's the score? What's the score?
1-0.
That's not dominant. You need 2-3 nothing's dominant. In soccer, anything 1-0 is not an easy feeling. So
no. This game has been played completely on the Iranian defensive end for the most part, and the United States finally gets the crucial goal from their superstar, Christian Pulisic, and kind of waiting on him a little bit. Still young, but plenty more goals in his future, and he got the crucial goal in the first half. So looking good, I'd say.
Looking good. It looks like England will win the group up 2-0. Remember, they pounded Iran to start the season, so no doubt England looks like they're in control. They will probably win the group. So if USA continues, if they win, they will be number 2 in the group if they hold on. Iran ties, they go ahead of US. So that's what I'm saying. It's not an easy feeling when it's 1-0. But anyway, we'll get underway here with.
I think that one goal would change it, but again, it's been dominant. Yeah, let's go, Tony. Let's do it.
Iowa hosting Georgia Tech. Here we go. ACC versus the Big Ten. This is the best thing. Well, it's Georgia Tech and Iowa. Iowa's at home. Laying 15, total 150.
Yeah, so Iowa gets their toughest test at home, if you can call it that. Right now, Georgia Tech not too shabby, but we'll tell you about it. Iowa's certainly, pretty darn good team so far this season, and expected to do some big things. They're a pretty big favorite here. Favored by 15, maybe even more here, ranging between 14 and 16 today. Georgia Tech 4-2. They haven't played the greatest schedule this season. They have losses to Utah and Marquette. Iowa, they just failed versus Clemson in an 83-67 win, but then they lost to TCU. The Frogs are playing some basketball too. That was a pretty tough game for actually, but Iowa's been pretty strong. They're number 7 in offensive efficiency. They do it really well, really smooth, and really quickly as well. They also rank up there in length of possession, shortened length of possessions offensively, but they do it so crisply. They're also up there in assist to turnover margin. When you've got a McCaffrey handling the ball part of the time, you're going to get that for Iowa. But really what it is they just don't make a lot of mistakes. They shoot okay. They shoot well. They're putting some nice numbers up there. But against a team like Georgia Tech, that I think they're going to look to play a little bit slower anyways, no matter what Iowa decides to do, because Iowa will force you into long possessions if sometimes whether you want to or not, the way they play defensively, they kind of make you play slow offensively. That's going to work just fine, I would think, for Georgia Tech. Iowa for being, probably, near top 10, as I said, in short length of possessions. They are actually at 300th in the defensive length of possessions, and Georgia Tech is 263rd in defensive tempo. So Georgia Tech's going to stick to what kind of works for them. They're not a terrific team, anyways. Really, is still trying to find their way a little bit offensively. They're near 300th in scoring right now, and even worse in shooting percentage categories so far this season. 319th in effective field goal percentage. Tony, this is the highest total that Georgia Tech will see all season so far in their 5 line games, and they're still 0-5 to the under so far. So I think they have solid defense, and they are decent at limiting opponents' shooting. Now, Iowa, like I said, they kind of do it quickly and effectively, so they will be able to get some points here. But when you look at that total of 150, and Georgia Tech hasn't scored over 68 points yet, now you're looking to piece it together, and how can I get there? And I can't get over 150 points, because that puts me about, I don't know, if they haven't scored 68 yet and they're going up against Iowa, let's say they do score 68, Iowa's going to have to get 84 or 85 points in this game. And I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, because Georgia Tech will maximize their possessions. So I think if Iowa gets to 80, that's just fine. Maybe 80 to 65 seems more realistic if you look at that spread right there. I don't know if Iowa gets into the mid 80s here. Georgia Tech's got some decent defensive players, I think, and guys like Smith and Moore and Franklin. So that's the way I'm kind of seeing this one, Tony. Iowa, big favorite. Maybe they get the number, maybe they don't. Positive yet on the side. Iowa has taken the steam, it looks like, today to get this number up from 14.5. Like I said, I saw it touch 16, so there's actually been some buyback on Georgia Tech. Their average score this year, Tony, about 71, 64, 135 points. Meanwhile, Iowa, they're a little bit over this number for sure, because they're averaging 87 points, but they played pretty, not a soft schedule necessarily. They were against TCU and Clemson, but both those games went just under this number. They also went under against Seton Hall. The 2 games they did go over, Omaha and NCAAB. So I don't know, when they've been playing, power conferences, maybe it's been going under. When they're playing out of power conferences, it's gone over so far. So I got to go in under, Tony, under 150.
All right, Ramon here, under 150 here, Georgia Tech and Iowa. Yeah, when you look at this Georgia Tech team, as you mentioned, 5 straight unders here. They're not a good shooting team. It's just 28% from 3, 45% with 2-point shooting. One thing in your favor here is they do defend strongly, 23rd in the nation in 3-point defense, 73rd in 2-point defense.
Yeah, and that's part of it. Like I said, guys like Smith, Moore, and Javon Franklin, they all kind of rank up there in some of those defensive metrics, if you will, on the metric site that everybody uses. So that's kind of what I saw in it. They do play enough defense, and they're not worried about getting caught up, I don't think, in Iowa's pace of play, because, like I said, Iowa's just fine with playing slow defensively. They don't need to get up and down with someone average, coming in at 300th or so in their defensive possessions is Iowa. So with Georgia Tech just barely above that by about 40 spots or so, I figure Iowa, they'll be crisp and clean if they're on their game, and Georgia Tech will be just fine to play at their pace and tempo, and hope they can stay in the game here. Georgia Tech, pretty good. You mentioned that defensive efficiency, Tony. Yeah, 10th and 3-point defensive efficiency as well. So even a little bit stronger when the metrics are thrown in. So I think it'll be hopefully be a little better game tonight when these challenge games come about. But I don't know, double digits here.
That's right. Georgia Tech and Iowa under 150. Just wanted to have a start time here. 9 Eastern Time, ESPN2, or Ramon. Let's go over at TonySpix.com. We put up some great numbers here in the NHL, but overall, been fantastic. 1,400 units of profit overall last year, 1,245 units the last 30 days, 387 units the last 7 days, showing profit here yesterday, and of course a great profit here for 2022 in most of the major sports. So when you look at Ramon's handicapper page, when you land there, you'll see it defaults to 2022, and you can just see how well Ramon has performed for 2022 here as we close out the new year. NHL, we put up the numbers. NBA over nearly 2,000 units of profit, nearly 1,200 units of profit here at college football. Had a great summer league, and NFL, 678 units of profit. MMA has been great. Had great performance in the NCAA baseball regional, CFL. So you can see the great performance here from Ramon here for 2022. All right, Ramon, we've got a lot of NHL tonight. We've got college basketball as well as a few from the NBA. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Love seeing those NHL numbers. You wonder if Ramon knows what he's doing. He's got nothing right now in the NHL. Now, I am involved with the morning's team. We got a 3-pack up on the site right now in hockey tonight. So that's kind of where my best plays, I think, are kind of lying at this point. But in the college ranks, Tony, that's where I see it right there on top of the screen. Those are two packs of games, a 5-pack and a 3-pack, 8 games total. Just want to make it if anybody wants to get involved with a smaller or a bigger package tonight of those games. That's the way I've packaged them. Well, the 3-pack, $30, a 5-pack, $35, or pick them up. Maybe you prefer to get the 3-day all sports pass. That way you get 2 more days on. That's running you $65 if you get those 2 packages, but just for $34 more, you can get on board with my 3-day sports pass, catch all my plays. But tonight in the NBA, Tony, I don't have anything going on the premium. I'm really just focused on the college ball tonight. Well, I am focusing on trying to get something together in NHL, see if I can uncover one more premium, but you're seeing it right there, Tony. It's going to be 8 plays tonight in college basketball. 4-1-1 last night on the college hardwood. I'm looking to make my move right now. Start to take advantage of these boards in college hoop right now when I can focus in on them. The overwhelming football, basketball overlap and everything. We're finally settling in to the college season. Got many of those tournaments out of the way, and going to start getting down to some of the regularly scheduled stuff you see, like these challenges, and once we get into league play. So focused in tonight. 5-pack there for $35, 3-pack for $30. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout, save 20%. Make sure you do that. I don't mind. Just buy these picks for tonight. I feel like the hoop is the way to go for me tonight on this card, Tony.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Ramon Scott over at Tony. I love the way he does his write-up. See, we can fit 4 of his packages perfectly on the screen. He knows what he's doing. Get on board with Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks.
Somebody thinks so.
Ramon's got his college basketball 5-pack up there right now. Thursday college basketball 3-pack as well. As Ramon mentioned, instead of buying all these plays individually, why don't you go ahead and try them out here for a 3-pack right now. Get on board with Ramon Scott. 3-pack here, $99 for only price. Remember, when you use that promo code, it knocks $20 off. All right, so it's a really good value there at $79 after the discount on the promo code. Get all of Ramon's plays for 3 days. He's in action here, as you know, with the sports. Could be college basketball, could be NHL, could be NBA. We have, let's see, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So the NFL is in play also here for the Thursday night game. So that 3-day pass is a good value there if he's in action in World Cup as well. And don't forget, when you get the longer term pass, the packages in yellow, they're not profit guaranteed, but what they do include are the late Steam plays. So if Ramon happens to see anything late, and he enters in the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, that pick is emailed to you directly. We don't email all the picks. We don't want to spam you. We don't want to hound you with these emails, but the late Steam will be emailed directly to your email box on plays that Ramon puts into the system between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. So look for those. That's a feature that's part of the long-term passes. They are sold on the pick ticker, but again, you're not going to be on the site hitting the pick ticker up there every 5 minutes. We'll notify you via email when you sign up for that 3-day pass when Ramon has a late Steam, and that pick will be in the email. You won't have to go to the site and actually log in. That pick will be in the email. So we'll save you some time. Get the play there. You will have a 5-minute period over everyone else before it's sold on the pick ticker, by the way, as well, with that when you sign up for that long-term pass, and that 3-day pass fits into that late Steam plays for you. So be sure to sign up and use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. Right, Ramon, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's with Ramon. Of course, that morning Steam continues here with you and Mindy here, as you guys are on the air Saturday through Thursday on our channel.
Yeah, like I said, we got 3-pack together in hockey tonight over at Tony'sPicks.com. Don't forget, you can get all of our premium consensus selections that we come to an agreement to on that we repackage them up there. You don't have to go back and watch the show if you don't have time or don't want to scroll bar through to find the pick or anything. You can pick up the plays over at Tony'sPicks.com. And I am involved tonight on social media with my pick over at Tony's Picks Ramon on Twitter, and that play is coming to you out west between Northridge and Boise. Tonight, go over to Tony's Picks Ramon for another free winner. My play with Cal State Northridge and Boise State. Follow all the handicappers on Twitter if you want more free picks, or just come by our show. Appreciate that too, Tony. Lots of picks today on the show. We're giving out pretty much 2 a game today on the morning team. That's what we do here at Tony'sPicks.com. We give out lots of free picks, try to show you how we handicap and how we do things, and hopefully get you to take advantage of our best plays over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. Check out Ramon over at Tony's Picks Ramon to get his Twitter pick, and check out Morning's team. And England got another one. It's 3-0 England over Wales.
Oh,
so they are pounding Wales. They will win the group, no doubt about that. All right, guys. So check out Ramon there at Tony's Ramon, and of course the Morning's team. Again, Saturdays through Thursday, 9 a.m. each time on our YouTube channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when they're live, you're live with them. They get the best numbers when they give out the picks on the show. All right, Ramon, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up with that great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, you're with us here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications. We want you guys live with us. So you get the best numbers here with these plays that our cappers give you here on our Game Day Pick show. As you see the banner up there, check us out daily. All right, let's continue on here for the show. Now it's time for my pick. Let me put up my game card for you guys. Trailblazers and Clippers tonight on TNT. Trailblazers are going to be laying. They're not the favorite again. I always do that. They're going to be minus 3.5 in this one. Let me fix the graphic. We'll get this thing fixed for those of you that are watching on our channel here. Let me go put in the -3 for you. There, it's minus 3.5 here with Portland. Total sits at 211. I'm going to take the Clippers in this one at plus 3.5. Let me just go ahead and refresh my injury report just to make sure we have accurate information. It does look like I was handicapping this knowing George probably and Leonard were not going to play. And it looks like they are not going to play. No Ball, no George, no Kennard, no Leonard, no Wall, no Johnson, no Lillard. Lillard is the one that was in question because he was the questionable status overnight, and it looks like he is not going to play. But I'm okay with that. They're used to playing without. The Clippers are used to playing without Leonard and on George. It's been so much now. As we've seen here with the Clippers. They know they had a good rebounding effort against the Pacers. One guy I always keep an eye on is Norman Powell off the bench. He's been pretty effective for the Clippers this year with scoring-wise. And when you kind of look at the Trailblazers, they've lost 5 of 6. They sit 26 in defensive efficiency, giving up 118 points per 100 possessions, a net rating of minus 7.4. Clippers have defend, and their net rating over that period of time is plus 3.4. Enough variance for me to look at the dog in this one. So we look at the LA Clippers here at plus the 3.5. All right, guys, check out Tony's Picks. I got a 3-pack right now on the board over on the site. Let me pull up my profile page. You'll see that we've got a 3-pack for you on the board with my 2 best, my best bet, as well as my best bet here from NBA and college and basketball. And of course, we do have our $15 premium best bet up there for you right now from the NBA. So get on board with that over at Tony'sPicks.com. And of course, you can use the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. So we've got a 3-pack, which includes an NBA and 2 college basketball, or you can get my best bet at $15, and that includes my best bet from the NBA. But again, don't buy them both, because if you get my 3-pack, my best bet is part of my 3-pack tonight. So don't buy them both, just get the 3-pack, and you're all set with my best bet NBA and my 2 college basketball plays going for tonight. Or of course, I do have the longer term passes as well. 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that period of time you select when you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase. So go ahead and get signed up, and don't forget that promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. You can access my page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you will land right here on my page. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on the show. It is now time here to recap the plays from today's show. So let me put the recap banner up. We had Mindy today with LIU and St. John's going under 153.5. Ramon was on Georgia Tech and Iowa under 150, and I was on the Clippers plus 3.5 here against the Trailblazers. That's going to do it for this edition here of Game Day Picks. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live at 3 p.m. East time. We'll do it all over again. Bring in our cappers here from Tony's Picks, and we'll give out live free picks for the games in prime time. Also, like to welcome, you'll find a new capper on our site, Parav on our site. He's new to us. We've been talking to him for some time. We have a pretty good vending process. We just don't hire people right away. So actually, let me refresh the screen. I think we need to hit the old refresh button here, and then we'll see him up on the screen come up. Currently a Wall Street guy and knows his stuff. So give him a visit here. Let me see where. Here we go. It's Pravi Samurti. So he joins us here from Wall Street, and really very knowledgeable man. So we're just going to teach him here how to get all the picks in. He should have some of the plays in later today or tomorrow. But we welcome him to Tony'sPicks.com. So give him a look, and he'll be doing some videos for us as well. Very, very literate person. He was already ready to shoot videos before we showed him the pick system. So he'll be ready to roll here. So we welcome him to our site as well. So check us out over at Tony's Picks. All right, that's going to do it for our show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew for today's show. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. And, Mindy's in the dark. And